Okay, so hello guys. Our next topic is the tourism and hospitality network and supply components. So this will be the part one. At the end of this chapter, you should be able to discuss the direct and indirect components of tourism and hospitality network. Explain the tourism and hospitality supply components, compare the different types of tourist accommodations, enumerate and describe the classifications of hotels, and be acquainted with the basic standard requirements for restaurants. Okay, let's try to read this first. Tourism and hospitality components. The travel industry is a tourism and hospitality network, including the public and private sectors. According to Gee, Choi, and Makens, define the travel industry as the composite of organizations, both private and public, that are involved in the development, production, and marketing of products and services to serve the needs of the travelers. This definition is illustrated in Figure 3, which clearly identifies both the direct and indirect components of the travel industry. Businesses and corporations are regarded as components of the travel industry and classified as direct providers, support services, and developmental organizations. Okay, so the travel industry is also called as the tourism industry. It is linked to people traveling to other locations, either domestically or internationally, for leisure, social, or business purposes. It is closely connected to the hotel industry, the hospitality industry, and the transport industry. Much of it is based on keeping tourists happy, occupied, and equipped with the things they need during their time away from home. So yun ang purpose natin, to make our tourists happy, occupied, and equipped with the things they need during their time away from home. It is one of the world's largest industries, and the economies of many nations are driven to a large extent by their tourist trade. It is also a wide-ranging industry, which includes the hotel industry, the transport industry, and several additional industries or sectors. With that being said, according to the most common definitions, the tourism industry or travel industry does not cover activities related to travel where the person intends to stay in their destination for longer than 1 year. So like what we studied before. As an example, this means that expatriates and long-term international students are not technically classified as tourists. Okay, so here, this is a figure 3, the direct and indirect components of the tourism network or travel industry. So let's study the figure 3. So as you can see, we have here the first category. Okay, the first category, which includes the travel agency, hotel, retail shops, restaurants, airlines, and ground transportation. So in category 1, they're called actually the direct providers. So these are businesses that are associated with what I have mentioned a while ago. These businesses provide services, activities, and products that are consumed or purchased directly by travelers. So they represent the sectors of the industry that are visible to the travelers. So the second category, so they are called the support services. So they lend support to direct providers. So it includes specialized services such as tour organizers, travel and trade publications, hotel management firms, and travel research firms. It also includes basic supplies and services such as contract laundry and contract food services. Support services provide goods and services for both the traveler and for organizations that sell goods and services directly but not exclusively to tourists. A good example are tour wholesalers who prepare tours, and instead of selling them directly to the public, they sell the tours through a travel agency. Thus, the traveler receives the service indirectly through these support services. The third category, which is the tourism developmental organizations, is different from the first two, since it includes planners, government agencies, financial institutions, real estate developers, and educational and vocational training institutions. These organizations deal with tourism and hospitality development, which tend to be more complex and broader in scope than the production of daily travel services. The decisions and results of tourism and hospitality development are more long-term in nature than the first two categories, which deal more with operators. Okay, so let's go to the tourism and hospitality supply components. The tourism and hospitality supply components are classified into 5 main categories. So the first one are the natural resources. So natural resources include elements in an area for the use and enjoyment of visitors, such as climate, landform, terrain, flora, fauna, bodies of water, beaches, natural beauty, and water supply for drinking, sanitation, and similar uses. So with natural resources, so we all know that these are not man-made. So these are all made by God. Next is the infrastructure. So infrastructure consists of all underground and surface developmental construction such as water supply systems, sewage disposal systems, gas lines, electrical and communication system, drainage systems, and other constructed facilities such as highways, airports, railroads, roads, drives, parking lots, parks, night lighting, marinas and dock facilities, bus and train station facilities, and similar tourist service installations. Okay, so huwag kayong mako-confuse sa superstructure at infrastructure. So infrastructure is actually the foundation of a destination. It's the basic organizational structures and facilities. It actually also requires heavy investment from the employer. Yung infrastructure, yung pinaka-basic physical systems of for example, of a tourism business. So, it's very important. Infrastructure is very important. It's important because efficient and reliable transportation is actually the cornerstone of tourism. So with infrastructure, it enables the movement of tourists and creates a seamless travel experience. So nagsisimula yung tourism industry with the infrastructure. It is actually the direct investment in the prosperity of the nation. So remember, infrastructure is the underground. Okay, so next is the superstructure. Superstructure is the above ground facility services such as airport, buildings, passenger traffic terminals, hotels, motels, resorts, restaurants, shopping centers, places of entertainment, museums, stores, and similar structures. So just remember that superstructure is the construction above ground levels. It provides the basis for the building's use. So above ground, superstructure. Underground is the infrastructure. Okay, if the infrastructure is a foundation of a business, the superstructure is a combination of facilities and procedures, and it requires less investment as compared to the infrastructure. Okay, so next is the transportation and transportation equipment include items such as ships, airplanes, trains, buses, limousines, taxis, automobiles, cog railways, aerial tramways, and similar passenger transportation facilities. So we know that transportation brings the tourists to their desired destination. Okay, next is the hospitality resources include the cultural wealth of an area which makes possible the successful hosting of tourists. Examples are the welcoming spirit of tourist business employees, attitudes of the residents toward visitors, courtesy, friendliness, sincere interest, willingness to serve and to get better acquainted with visitors, and other manifestations of warmth and friendliness. Also included are the cultural resources of an area, such as fine arts, literature, history, music, dramatic art, dancing, and shopping. When we say hospitality resources, it refers to the general feeling of being welcome that tourists receive in a destination area. So this can actually be improved by providing a program of hospitality training to tourism and hospitality personnel and encouraging um, positive feelings toward tourism and hospitality and tourists by the general public. So we're going to elaborate them one by one on the part 2 of this video. Okay, thank you.